Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is about 10,000 degrees outside and my hair is doing God knows what. So we're doing the backwards hat thing today and I'm sweating, and it's not just because it's hot, I'm nervous. And this is a weird feeling for me because like I don't get nervous filming videos anymore. I used to get nervous every time I would film a video. But like we're we're almost 3 years in now. Like I'm used to being in front of the camera, but like this one feels so personal, which is insanity because last week I was literally talking to you guys about my freaking vagina. And yeah, this is the one that's got me like, oh god, oh god. So, story time. I've been telling you guys this for weeks, if not months now. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know. I wrote a book and I'm self-publishing it. And it's coming out on December 12th, 2023, and yeah, that's what's been going on in my life, and I thought I would formally introduce you to author Emily Shacklett here and kind of tell you how this all came about. So, going back to when I was I guess a big ass plane decided to... It is almost Fleet Week. Pause. Okay, sorry about that. A freaking jet just decided to fly over my apartment. So, going back to when I was younger, when I was... Actually, honestly, it started when I was a kid. Me and one of my very best friends, who I am still friends with to this day, we wrote together. We were at her grandparents' house for a week in the summer, and we wrote a book, or we started to write a book together, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was about or what we were writing. She still has it somewhere on, like, we were writing it in a notebook. She typed it up years later, and she, like, has it in a Google Doc somewhere. But that was the first time I ever, like, really creatively wrote something. And I'm not saying it was good. I mean, I was 12 years old and it definitely probably wasn't. But it, like, sparked something in me. And I've always been, like, a fangirl. Like, that's like my number one personality trait. I've always been a fangirl. So when I was, like, a preteen, teenager, I was very into Harry Potter. And guys, it's like, it's almost Fleet Week. The sounds, it's not gonna stop, so I'm not gonna pause every time a jet flies over. I was very into Harry Potter at the time. Still am. But I'm gonna age myself here and ask you guys, as if you can answer me, but tell me in the comments down below. Do any of you remember Quizilla? Quizilla was my favorite website when I was like 11, 12, 13. You could go on there and you could literally like make and take quizzes, but you could also write stories. And there was just tons and tons of fan fiction on Quizilla. It was like pre-Wattpad, pre-AO3, or at least like age-wise. So I wrote this like series on Quizilla that was like, it was Harry Potter. It was like a Harry and Ginny like love story. I'm pretty sure I called it After the War or something like that. Like, I honestly, I could probably try to find it if Quizilla still exists. But yeah, that started my love of fan fiction. And as I got older, as I became an older teenager, and I'm going to spare you the details and just say by the time I was 18 and a senior in high school, I was writing horny One Direction fanfiction on Wattpad. That definitely doesn't exist on the internet anymore. I wiped that shit clean. But yeah, I was just like, all that to say is that it's always been sort of like a creative outlet for me, and then it's something that I just stopped doing for so long, for like 10 years. Like the last creative writing class I took was in high school, and then college happened, and then grad school happened, and then adulthood happened, and it just fell to the wayside. And then earlier this year, if you all recall, we just talked about it last week, I had a lot of health issues, and I was home, and it was winter, and it was raining all the time, and I couldn't really do anything. I couldn't work out. I couldn't do anything. So all I was doing was reading, which I do a lot of anyway. And my favorite genre is romance. And one day I was sitting here and I was watching, of all things, Hell's Kitchen. Don't know why, but something about Gordon Ramsay really gets my gears going. I always get my like horniest ideas when I'm watching Gordon Ramsay shows. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just had this thought about this grumpy boss and his temporary assistant, who happens to be this woman who he had seen a year ago and never got her name, but couldn't stop thinking about her, couldn't stop trying to find her, and then she just shows up on his doorstep in his office, and he loses his mind, basically, because he just wants her so bad. And the first thought that besides that, the first scene that I wrote was a love scene. I just typed it away in my notepad, and I was like, this is nothing. I put a poll on my Bookstagram, and I was like, just jokingly, like, based on one line, should I write this idea? And the one line, which is still in the book, and I'm gonna give it to you out of context, is, I bet your pillow never felt like that. And I posted it, and then I went to sleep, and I woke up, and I had, like, I only have a couple hundred followers on my Bookstagram still, but I had, like, 100+ responses of people being like, yes, write that. And I just did. I don't know, it just started to flow out of me, and it changed so much from the original idea. He's no longer grumpy, he's just a sunshiny cinnamon roll. And I guess I should just introduce you to the book. So if you follow my Instagram, you've already seen this, but this is the book I wrote. This is my author proof, so that's why it has this not for resale watermark on it, but it is called Georgia on My Mind. It is a sweet and spicy romance, definitely spicy, definitely 18+. Don't let your kids read it, please God. And it is a story about Georgie Hansley, who is a 26-year-old loner. She doesn't really have friends, doesn't really have family. She lives in San Francisco. She is a writer, but she's too shy to publish her work. They say write what you know. And she works for a temp agency, and she gets assigned to work as the temporary assistant to Streamline CEO James Adler. And like I said, he had seen her a year ago at a conference, and he just was wonderstruck by her, but he never got her name, didn't get her number, and he just spent the last 365 days basically just thinking about her and, you know, whatever. And then here she is, and she's at his office, and she's his assistant, and his brain just like absolutely malfunctions. He doesn't know what to do. He's such a lovable dumb idiot. He accidentally acts like a dick to her because he's just so overwhelmed by her presence and like her being. So she thinks that he's like this huge asshole, but really he's just trying to like keep his feelings in check and not like scream out, "I love you, please have my children," in the middle of a meeting. But he eventually gets his shit together, and they become friends, and then they become more than friends, and they both have a lot of issues that they go through. She had a really rough childhood. He had not as rough, but still a rough childhood, and they're both dealing with that. And lots of positive therapy representation. We stand a man who goes to therapy. James Adler goes to therapy. And they're just like these two dorks who sort of fall together and make each other better. And I love them so much. I can't even tell you how much I adore James and Georgie. I think they are my Roman Empire. I think about them constantly, and I'm just so excited for this book to be out in the wild and for people to read it and hopefully enjoy it. So I'll go through some of the tropes and maybe like micro tropes, just so you get more of an idea. So it is a billionaire romance. James Adler has a fat wallet. I would say that it's a approachable billionaire romance though. Like, I just like the fact that he has money, but he's not like grumpy or like Jeff Bezos or anything like that, and he's very charitable, so we stand that. Age gap, of course, he's 11 years older than Georgie. Because again, write what you know. My husband's 11 years older than me, so that's what I know. There's one of my favorite tropes in this book is just chosen family. Georgie not only finds James and a love interest in this story, but she also finds a group of women and falls into their friend group, and they're just, the four of them are just super great, supportive, strong female friendships, and love that for them. And you'll continue to see the girl gang as each of them get their own book coming next year. And let's see, what else? What other tropes do we have in here? Sunshine, sunshine. They're both sweethearts. James is a cinnamon roll, friggin' worships the ground that Georgie walks on. Georgie is just a sweetheart who takes no shit when she's pissed off. They're both Swifties, obviously. Lots of Taylor Swift references. Just so many Taylor Swift references. And I make no apologies for that. James is a cat dad. We love that. We got a little kitty on the back cover here. It's first person, dual point of view. So you're gonna get Georgie's point of view. You're gonna get James's point of view. You're gonna get James's dirty, beautifully dirty mouth. The man can talk you over the edge, I'll tell you that much. And yeah, there's more. Just go follow my author account, my Bookstagram, and you'll see lots of other stuff. The playlist is yeah. I'm getting so shy. I'm getting so shy. I don't know why I'm nervous. I've been sharing this everywhere for months, and now I'm telling you guys, and I'm like, So anyway, I'm just gonna stop now. This is what I've been doing. This is what I'm going to continue to do, and I'm gonna be honest, not quite sure what this means for the future of my channel. I don't know if I'm going to be shifting my content to more book writing things or what, but I'll keep you posted, and hopefully you guys are willing to continue on my journey with me as I evolve and change, and I just love you guys so much. I really do. I love you all so much. You're all so wonderful and supportive, and I just feel so lucky to have you all in my corner. And I hope that even if this isn't your thing, if reading isn't your thing, if romance isn't your thing, that's totally fine. That's fair. But I hope that you can, God, does it feel selfish to say I hope that you can be happy for me? I don't, it feels weird to say, but truly, that's what I hope. And just thank you for everything. And I just really hope that you can embrace Georgia on My Mind, embrace James and Georgie, and just love them as much as I do. And that's it. That's all I got. Yeah. I feel I'm really turning red. And I don't know why, but I feel like I'm about to cry. So I'm gonna stop. Thank you guys so much for everything, for being here, for watching, and I will see you very, very soon, right here or somewhere in my next video. Bye!